Hello everyone, I'm going to show you how to crochet a snowflake ornament like the ones you see here. Now I'm going to be using the same colors as these three, but you can use any colors that you like. I'm going to be using the Red Heart Super Saver yarn, and it's a size 4 yarn. And then I'm going to be using an eye hook, which is a 5.25 millimeter. Now I'm going to start with my white yarn, make my slip knot, and then I'm going to chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'm going to slip stitch into my first chain so that it makes this little circle. Then I'm going to chain 3, and then I'm going to work into the center of this ring 3 double crochets. So I've got 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets. Then I'm going to chain 3, so 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to work 4 double crochets into the center of this ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to repeat that, the chain 3, 4 double crochets. You're going to repeat that 4 more times, so there'll be 5. And then you've also got your first chain 3, 3 double crochets. So I'm going to continue here. And as you go along, you're going to notice that you're going to start losing room on your circle. Now what you want to do with that is you just take your circle and then you take this and then you kind of just slide it over. You just pull the circle through, and that'll help close that together so it's nice and tight. And then you can just continue with your double crochets. Chain 3, two, 3, 4, chain 3, And the way that you want to count these is you want to wind up with 6 chain 3 spaces. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then if I connected this, this would be 5. So I actually have 1 more to go. 1, keep this tail back there, 2, 3, and 4. And to connect this, I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to find that third chain right here and slip stitch right there in that third chain. Nice little slip stitch. Okay. And so this is what it should look like, a little hexagon. And then we're going to snip our yarn. Then we're going to get started with our blue color. So I'm going to take my blue, and I'm going to slip stitch it to connect it. So I'm going to put my hook with the white still on it. I'm going to put my hook through this chain 3 space. Then I'm going to attach my blue, and holding it very securely, I'm going to pull through that chain 3 space and then pull through that chain right there. And now my blue is connected. Now sometimes it comes out kind of loose, so just pull on this white, and then you can pull on the 2 blues, and then it'll make it nice and tight. So now I'm going to chain 3, then I'm going to work 3 double crochets into this chain 3 space. You want to make sure that you don't grab your tails and pull them through. You want your tails to stay in the back. So that's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make a single crochet in the middle of these 4 double crochets. So I'm going to have 2 on each side. So right there, I'm just going to work a single crochet. Then I'm going to go to my next chain 3 space, and I'm going to work 4 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then in the same chain 3 hole, I'm going to work 4 more double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And so I'll have another chain 3 space up here. And you're going to do the same all the way around, just doing your single crochet in the middle of these 4 double crochets, and then working 4 double crochets into the chain 3 space, chain 3, and then work 4 more double crochets into the same chain 3 space. And you're going to go all the way around and do that. Chain 3, 4 double crochets. Whoops. we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And do my single crochet. And then back to my double crochets. Chain 3, and 4 more double crochets, single crochet, 4 double crochets, chain 3, double crochets, single crochet, back to double crochets, well, had a little straggler in there trying to slow me down. Alright, so 3, 4, chain 3, double crochet, yarn's trying to get tight on me. And then my last single crochet in the middle of the double crochets. And then I'm back to my original chain 3 space. Now as you can see, it doesn't look like the rest yet. So we're going to double crochet 4 times into this first chain 3 space. Well, slipped off my hook. Right, so that's 3, and 4. And to connect this, I'm going to chain 2 And once again, find that third chain and slip stitch into that third chain. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna change our color again. So we're gonna snip off our yarn and then go back to our white. We're gonna do the same thing that we did last time. Is we're going to slip stitch into this first chain 3 space. So I'm gonna put my hook through, put my white yarn on my hook, and pull it through, and pull it through my blue loop. And tug on the back of the blue to tighten it up, and then pull both my whites to make that sure that is nice and snug as well. Okay, then I'm going to chain 1. And then I'm going to make a single crochet into each of these stitches. So I'm going to start with this first one, do a single crochet. Then I'm going to go around doing single crochets into each of these stitches until I reach the point, which is where our chain 3 space is. You want to make sure to include this very last stitch. Sometimes it's a little difficult to get through it. Okay, so now we're at our chain 3 space. Now we're going to single crochet into the chain 3 space. And then we're going to chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to single crochet in the same spot so that it creates this cute little loop. We're going to do that 4 times total in this single space. So I'm going to single crochet again, chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, single crochet, single crochet again, chain 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, single crochet, and for my last one, single crochet, chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, single crochet, and so it should look like this. Have 4 little loops at the end of it. Then I'm going to go back to single crocheting into each of these stitches, just 1 single crochet per stitch. And I'm basically going to repeat the entire way around, doing a single crochet into each of my stitches, and then when I get to my chain 3 space, I'm going to do a single crochet, chain 6, single crochet. I'm going to do that 4 times in the same chain 3 space, and then continue along. So if you want to fast forward to the very end where I will be connecting in, that is perfectly fine. and single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, tried to do a double. Do a single crochet to connect it, then start my next one as a single crochet, chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, single crochet. Oh. Well, let's try that again. Single crochet, there we go, then single crochet again, chain 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, single crochet, and that made 3, so one more time, then chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and as you can tell, if you're still listening, this is what takes the longest out of the entire snowflake. But it just turns out so pretty that it's so worth it. But, you know, everything in crochet is work, so it's really no different than anything else. I always have such a hard time getting this one. It's probably because I make them so tight. There we go. And then single crochet into my chain 3 space, chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then single crochet, and here's what it looks like so far. You know, you got your cute little snowflake tips on it and nice white border. So anyway, so there's 2, and single crochet, and that's 3, one more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, single crochet, and then back to my single crochets, 1 single crochet in each stitch along the border. If you can hear that, those are my children and my husband. My 15-month-old has learned to pretend cough, so he makes everybody think he's sick, but he's not. He's just wants some attention. And I also have a 2.5-year-old who is the one you heard crying earlier because he is super needy. This is very entertaining for me to listen to while I'm trying to make a crochet video. And my husband is watching them, so don't worry. He's fine. Well, if I can get it to work. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 2. That's my 2.5-year-old. That's him laughing, in case you're wondering. And I lost count of how many chains I've done. Okay, so let's try this again. Chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is probably one of the more interesting crochet videos you've probably listened to. Well, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and just so you know, this is completely unedited. But anyway, so I had a lot of people asking me for this pattern. I freehanded this pattern, so that's why I'm making a video. I watched a few other YouTube videos on snowflakes, and I don't know, I'm pretty picky when it comes to my snowflakes, so I wanted them to look a little bit better. So I just kind of took theirs and ran with it and made up my own. So well, I didn't get, oh, come on, don't do this to me. There we go. Hopefully you're not making as many mistakes as I am, but believe it or not, I am actually a beginner. I've only been crocheting for a few months now. I've made each of my sons a baby blanket. And I lost count again. That'll teach me to talk while I'm trying to chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You're probably laughing at me right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So anyway, I've made each of my sons a blanket. The first one was just using the big puffy yarn, and it was just a single crochet. That was my first project. And then the other one was a fan stitch, and it's so pretty. 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I've also made a few ear warmers, and then I've made like 6 snowflakes now, so that's the extent of my work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's 3. So one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry if I keep going out of the camera range. I move my hands a lot when I crochet. I don't know if it's because I'm a beginner or what, but I do apologize. That's why I am saying everything I'm doing, in case you can't really see it. Okay, so we're coming back around to our first chain 3 space. And like I said, you want to get this little, I always have such a hard time getting my hook in here. This little space right here, this crochet right here. Okay. All right, now we're back to our chain 3 space. And we're going to, well, gotta get these tails out of the way first. Getting in my way. Okay. So now we're going to do the same as we have been doing. We're going to single crochet into the chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and of course we're going to do this 4 times. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, 5, there we go, 6, single crochet. That completed my second one, so I still got 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you want to be careful not to catch your tails and bring them to the front, because you want them to stay in the back. Alright, so that was 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and last one, single crochet. All right, and then I'm going to slip stitch into my first white single crochet. If I can get my yarn in there. There we go. All right, so just slip stitch, and then you want to snip your yarn, and you just want to pull it through and give it a nice little tug so to secure it. All right, so I'm going to move these snowflakes. All right, so here is what your snowflake should look like roughly. It doesn't look so pretty right now, but so we gotta tie off our ends. What I like to do is, okay, so I got the yarn that I ended with, then I've got these 2 where I tied in my colors, and then these 2, and then I've got my first one right here. So what I like to do is I like to take the blue and the white where I changed color and just make a double knot. It's not very noticeable in the back, so no worries. I like to do that with both of these. Pull it nice and tight, and then snip those ends off pretty close. And then I've got my beginning yarn and my end yarn. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to weave those in. So I'm going to take my yarn needle. There we go. And then I'm going to weave it in along this so it's nice and blended. Just gonna stitch it in there. And then I'm going to skip over the piece and then weave it back. Give it a nice little tug and then snip it off. Then I'm going to do the same with my end yarn. Now this one I'm going to weave in on my single crochets. Just kind of weave it in and out of there. And I'm going to pull that through. Don't want to tug it too much. And good thing I'm almost done because my 15-month-old sounds like he needs me, so. Okay, so you just want to take it out on a flat surface. Carpet's not very flat, but anyway, you want to push down your tips to where you make it nice and flat and you can see all the different edges. Then you just kind of work it to where it's symmetrical. And there's your snowflake. And I'm using this pretty little, piece of fabric. And I'm going to snip off a piece. And then I'm just going to put it right through that top hole and tie a knot. Make sure my knot's secure. And there's your ornament. I hope you guys enjoyed the video.